It goes back to the fact that the United States and the Western democracies got rich. It's simple as that. And so as they get rich, as a society gets rich, it gets really comfortable. And so women are always clamoring for more, and men are always clamoring for more too. I mean, don't get confused. People always want more because people are greedy. And so women want more. And during the 60s, they wanted more sexual freedom for various reasons that are too complicated to get into. And our society, our rich society, said, okay. Now, why was sexual liberation a bad thing? Well, because you see, sexual liberation, or let me phrase that, women's sexuality has always been tightly controlled in every society. Because, see, if a woman sleeps around, she'll eventually get pregnant. And if a man is not attached to that woman, right? If she's just a woman and gets pregnant and there's no man around because she fucks so many guys that nobody knows who the father is, right? This is pre-DNA and shit. Well, then the society as a whole is going to have to take care of that woman and her kid, right? And this will be a drain on the society. And so the society wants to ensure that women don't fuck around so that they don't get pregnant out of wedlock, because they want every kid to belong to a guy who will provide the resources for the kid so that the society as a whole doesn't have to provide for the kid. But what happened in the 60s? Well, you had like the Great Society programs of Lyndon Johnson, started in 63, 64? And because of these Great Society programs, specifically welfare, it incentivized women to basically not worry about having a man. They could fuck around, potentially get pregnant, and the government would give them a check. And you got welfare queens and all the rest of it. But the point is that, see, women got this sexual liberation because the government, the state, the society was willing to subsidize their sexual misadventures. That's what happened. See? And so because of this, the society basically accepted single mothers. And because it accepted single mothers and it accepted women who would fuck around, it demotivated men. And you have men who are just deciding, fuck this shit. I don't have to deal with this shit. Because all these women, they got so entitled, feeling that they deserve so much, that they figure that they don't have to try to make themselves more feminine, more attractive to attract the right guy. They figure they could be just, slatternly and, fat and ugly and pathetic. And it wouldn't matter because, see, they'd be able to get money from the government or fuck around and, have as much sex as they wanted to and use the law to get the alimony from the potential father of her children, right? And so this adds up and demotivates men. Now, I noted a book called Sex and Culture by a man named J.D. Unwin, Unwin. I suggest you guys read it. You can download it for free as a PDF. This book was written in like the early 1930s. This guy was an anthropologist, a big brain. Oh. In anthropology today, they fucking hate his fucking guts, which tells you that he's probably right, okay?
Yeah.
But he basically says this, that all societies, he analyzed like 500 different societies of all sorts. And he came to the following conclusions. Great societies collapse because they become rich. And as they become rich, they are able to subsidize women's sexual promiscuity. And because of it, it demotivates men. And because of it, the society begins to crumble and fall apart, even as the women demand more and more rights and entitlements. Now, does that remind you of any current situation maybe happening anywhere?
United States, right now, right here.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. You got these women. They're fat. They're dressed in these track suits. They look horrible. Their skin is pimply, I mean, they look like fucking land whales in Adidas tracksuits, right? And they demand, George Clooney or, whoever is like the handsome guy or the Jonas Brothers, whoever the fuck. I don't know who the girls are crazy about nowadays, but they're always crazy about somebody, right? They're crazy about, they demand, they think that they are deserving of some Chad, right? And what the fuck, And it's because they're entitled. It's because the whole society is catering to them. And that's what's going on. It's pathetic, but it's the way of the world. And so if a guy wants a quality woman, and what's a quality woman? A woman who is going to prioritize her family over herself. A woman who is going to try to ensure that her man succeeds, that she's not going to be a weight, a drain on the man, but rather a complement to the man. A woman who wants to have children and wants to have healthy children, healthy in all respects, physically healthy, mentally healthy, that kind of woman. Of course, you might find such a woman in the United States, but it's going to be really fucking hard. Okay. And what'll happen is that you're going to have to go to other places to find such a woman, because American women, the whole culture is geared towards making them feel entitled, making them lazy, making them unfeminine, I mean, come on, man. I mean, you guys have women on your show all the time, right? I see them, man. Come on, look at them. Huh? Skanky, slutty. They fuck so much cock that you can practically smell the semen through the screen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's really fucking disgusting. Am I right or am I wrong? You tell me. And if any of them are your friends or anything, I don't mean any disrespect, but that's how they come across.
No,
come on.
A good portion of them, have been through the cock carousel, you could say.
Yeah, I would argue that most virgins in 2021 are now men. They're not women anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. We always say it on this podcast, if you take an average woman and an average guy, she's probably going to do laps around the guy sexually as far as like experience and partners and everything else like that. So, the days of virgin women are done. It's more virgin men, if anything.
You know who wins in this situation? It's the top 20% of men.
Facts.
Okay?
I've been saying that forever.